But who did I want to be? Well, that was harder to answer. I wasn't exactly sure yet, but definitely one of the world's greatest. Do you understand? Coach asked, his head cocked to the side. Yeah, I replied sheepishly. Do you really? He was glaring at me hard. I do, seriously. I wiped my face, sniffled, then added desperately. But please don't tell my mum. Coach sighed. I won't. He paused, then followed with a threat. This time. Thank you, I murmured, so relieved I thought I was going to pass out. But I still had another question burning inside. Well, do I still get to run? Coach glared even harder at me, and I was hoping that somewhere in my face he could see himself and give me another chance. I never wanted to be on a running team before I met him anyway, but now that I'd been on one, even if it had only been for a few weeks, I felt like I didn't want to do nothing else. He unclenched his jaw. Yeah, you can run. Then pointed down at my raggedy regular trainers. He added, in those. But I can't, I stuttered, but Coach cut me off. You want to run or not? Got it. And Friday, you're cleaning my cab, he commanded. Coach! The rest of the week was pretty much filled with me being on my best behaviour at school. I was straight up acting like that annoying goody good Maureen Thorne, then working extra hard at practice, which was much more difficult than usual because running in my regular raggedy trainers made me feel like my feet had gained weight, like I had obese toes or something. It had been a while since I had practiced in my cut off shoes, and I think the silver bullets had me spoiled. Not to mention, everybody wanted to know where the silver bullets were, and I kept making ridiculous excuses, like letting them rest. And coach worked us so hard at practice that I was scared I'd ruin them before the race. And then they would say something like, oh, so you're going to run, right? Or, word, so you're getting your uniform, right? And they'd say it under their breath. And I would just shut all that down by saying, shh, it's not worth talking about, not worth you risking yours. I'm here, ain't I? Still on the team, right? That's all that matters. So the Raggedy Runners was what I had to run in, and I stuck at it. Through ladders on Wednesdays and Thursday's long run, I, of course, was now a step behind Lou, who was blazing around the track like it was nothing, doing everything he could to secure her spot as the lead sprinter. I mean, we both were sprinters, and Aaron and Mike, but Mike was going to run the 800 and the 400, just because me and Lou were both faster than him in the shorter sprints. And Chris Myers, who ran the 800, his father took him off the team because his grades were slipping. Aaron was going to run the 400. He was the master of it, like seriously could burn anybody. And between me and Lou, one of us was going to run the 200 metre and one of us was going to run the 100 metre. Now, here's the thing. The 200 was a good race, a hard sprint, but it wasn't as, I don't know, glamorous. No, that's not the word. The 200 just wasn't the main event. The main event was the 100-metre sprint. It was what Usain Bolt set the record in. It was the race. Before I got caught and coach forced me to run in my old trainers, I had a pretty good chance at snatching that spot from Lou. Don't get me wrong, he was crazy fast and had been running that race pretty much ever since he started running. But over the month of practice, my time was maybe half a second faster than his, but not during the week of slumpy cut off shoe racing, which was definitely the week that counted. But hey, it was only the first race of the season, so I figured I'd take the 200. Honestly, I'd run any of the races coach would let me and work my butt off, and my legs and feet to earn the chance to run that race. Friday, coach made me do exactly what he said I would have to clean out his cab. He came over to my house after school and drove around to the back of the building where the bins were. Ghost, I'm not going to lie to you, coach said, popping the boot. I don't know what might be in here. I wasn't sure either. I mean, the back seat was pretty much clear, just because that was part of the car that he rode customers around in every day, until I got in the car after practice. Then he put all the stuff in the front seat and the back. So the trash went from back to front, then front to back. Fast food bags, gym bags, paper shoes, and who knows what else. And then there was the boat. When he popped it and I looked in there and saw the end of the world, the back